in Overwatch right now come out of the way from this match with a win, it's still an impressive showing either way.
Absolutely, and Dallas Fuel's schedule has been really brutal at the start of this week. I mean, you look at this team and you know that they're one of the top teams in this league with their competitive history and the amount of talent on this roster, but they have to come in here, they have to play Seoul first, then of course they come in and play Valiant. It doesn't really get a lot easier for them. Of course they have Houston next week, but they also have to play against London.
Right.
So we're in a situation where Dallas Fuel could have an under 500 record after the first couple of weeks of play, despite being a very good team.
It's crazy. I love it though. I mean, this league is going to end up being a lot more competitive across the board than I think people were thinking going into it, myself included. But we'll see if Valiant can finish this one out strong as they go on the attack here on Nimbani.
And Effect is playing Sombra. This is a new one. Taimu or Chips are mainly the Sombra players on this roster, and they were not playing Sombra on defense the last time. And also, on top of everything else, rarely is Sombra played on Anubis A defense.
That's right. I mean, on Nimbani A, there's not a whole lot of health packs. There's one kind of down in the hallway, but there's not a lot to go from. Unko, D-Mex Mickey, good start already for Valiant. Getting even better. Fate falls, but they have the purchase on the point for the moment. Harry Hook kind of on his own. Now Chips getting chased down by the Diva. Envy finds another kill for himself. You want to talk about most improved players coming out of Contender into this league? I think Envy's a candidate for #1.
I think Envy is #1, though. The difference that we've seen in this player's development from the last time we saw him play at the professional level to the start of the Overwatch League, or even the start of the preseason, was immense.
Well, somehow Envy managed to pull that one out of the fire. Effect getting the kill there onto Kariv and a couple more. Man, I guess Effect just bragging out on this Sombra. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes Effect just carries. That's just how the world works.
That's how it works indeed, dog.
Doesn't seem like it should work that way, but it does.
He's a fantastic player, and there's a reason why he was at it. He's actually Silk Thread hacked right now, but still manages to stay aerial long enough to pick off the rest of the members of this team.
Okay, so now some decent control percent building in. I think Valiant's going to get that payload moving at this point. Taimu diving back in again to die with his team. Probably see a swap from him going into point B. Pretty close to the ultimates. We'll see if he sticks with it. I think we're probably going to see him switch.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Torbjorn hasn't been very effective, especially against these teams that are running the Pharah that can easily deal with the turret. It's not exactly a surprise, because Valiant would have already seen this a couple of days ago.
We've seen it twice now, and it hasn't looked particularly impressive either time. It'll be interesting to see what the look is going to be next time we see Dallas on Nimbani.
Taimu on the Widow now. Effect will be taking over on the Soldier. So a switch up from roles that we've seen on previous maps.
Yeah. All pressure coming in from Valiant. Unko sitting with the payload while everybody else goes forward and has all the fun. Chips Iron taken out by the Primal Rage from Fate. And no, Taimu in a little bit of trouble. Silk Thread looking for that duel. He's got some help from his large gorilla pal, and we get the killing blow there. Looks like point B may go pretty quick unless Dallas Fuel can put together a pretty miraculous defense.
No, they're not going to. They're chasing them all the way back to their spawn right now. Taimu again making a change. Wants to deal with these flankers, with the traps, with the mines. And so it will be the Junkrat. Soon maybe a little bit too effective in the backlines right now.
That Fuel just getting rolled at this point here. Coming in now, they're going to try to contest point B with the Primal Rage. Just might be enough. Oh, but then comes the self-destruct. Silk Thread with the D-Mech on Mickey. And Transcendence keeping the members of Valiant going for the moment. It's still a hotly contested point.
Another resurrection.
Hold it. I don't know, yeah. Another support ult too from Dallas Fuel. And it looks like they may get a little bit of stability here at the very end.
That was a bold play using both support ultimates, but it proves to be successful. Entering into the fight with Chips Hyan and the Valkyrie and getting the quick res onto XQC. And soon back caps it. That is...
All right. Uh-oh.
You can't let that happen.
You can't use both support ultimates, have an epic defense like that, and then just let the Tracer sneak it in.
That's embarrassing
pretty big
right
mistake.
there. I mean, that's a really big error. You committed so much to that hold. You pulled too far forward, and guess what? Soon has been backcapping you this whole series, and he just nudges that payload in.
I mean, Soon's been the sneaky Tracer. Remember what he did on Lunar Colony, too, kind of pulling Dallas back and messing up their defense on that round, too. You can't forget about Soon.
Yeah, he's always been a Tracer player that plays the objectives. He will stall the cart, he will nudge it in, he will get into your back line, and now they're going to try and finish this map.
Silk Thread trying to do work in the back line of Dallas Fuel, cutting away at Mickey. Finally does fall with 15 health though. Silk Thread going to need to try to play it a bit safe. Just push the payload a little bit more. Taimu does DMEC Envy. And maybe with the respawns they can hold, it's going to be tough though. Silk Thread kept alive. And now only a Primal Raging Winston on the point for Dallas Fuel, trying to prevent Valiant from scoring this one in the end. Effect does fall. He swapped over to the McCree. Maybe Valiant can push it through here. It looks like they can. They're so close. Oh, another res comes in. Chips with the Valkyrie. Gets taken out immediately, though.
Two reses he gets. Yeah, he gets a couple of reses, so it's at least a little bit of time for the supports to come back onto the payload. But that's it. Valiant finishes the map.
A little bit more time taken off the time bank at the end, but Valiant does complete their Nimbani attack round.
You saw Dallas try to swap their composition to Zarya, McCree, and of course sticking with that Junkrat at the end. It's a sort of pick comp that prevents a lot of flanking attacks. They've been having trouble with Soon and Silk Thread, but it was too late, a little too late.
Well, the big moment when that defense fell apart is when Soon was able to sneak that payload in there and take point B. Great move by him, but disaster for Dallas Fuel as they dedicated so much for that last second defense.
Yeah, it's hard too, because as soon as the payload hits, you're in a situation where everything, basically you're all the way overextended. You see the spawns catch back up to the payload itself and forces them to make some late composition swaps that they would have liked to have waited on, or at least had more room to maneuver with.
Yeah.
I also think it's probably pretty crushing mentally to deal with that.
Oh man, I would not be feeling good after that happened. I may have some friendly things to say in voice chat. Nothing but supportive comments for my wonderful teammate. Hey guys, thanks for always protecting me on Zen, making sure I don't get dove.
You're the
staying
best.
in line of sight. You guys are the best. That's what I would be saying if I was Dallas Fuel right now. Well,
back to a very standard composition on defense for the Valiant. No strange tricks here, no single support, just Silk Thread on a Soldier 76.
Yep. Pretty standard stuff. Dallas Fuel looking like they're going to go with the dive here. Taimu on the Soldier, Harry Hook going to be playing the Lucio just to get them a little bit quicker to the point.
Yeah, we'll see how they take this, because there's not going to be as much help from the Lucio. See if we can get back up onto the high ground here and heal up and dash right over. Effect on the Genji, a hero he does play from time to time.
Sure enough, Taimu down already though. Not a great start. Effect gets taken out as well. And the just run at them strat has worked for Dallas Fuel in the past, but at this point it looks like they're going to have to take a break.
I mean, I would rather see a Zenyatta with this composition, because
I agree.
You're basically, the strategy is to poke them with the Soldier 76 and then try and finish off a kill with effect if you can at close range. So that little bit of extra damage from the Orb of Discord can be quite useful if you're going to do that to a frontline tank.
I mean, quite a bit of extra damage. Chips has the Valkyrie though. Here's a moment where maybe Dallas Fuel can push through. XQC does go down, but he gets brought back up immediately. Mickey now out of the mech. And that high ground, Dallas Fuel split themselves up so much to come onto this point here.
Yeah, they did chase Taimu off, but now Taimu has regained his positioning on the high ground. Mickey here trying to get his mech back.
Primal Rage now coming in for Fate as they try to hold the point. Taimu on the run once more, but meanwhile, his teammates still fighting it out. Mickey taken down though, and there goes Taimu. And this may not work out for Dallas in the end unless there's a big turnaround here. And Effect may do just that. Will he pull out the Dragon Blade? He will. Going in. Oh, taken down. Silk Thread with the tactical visor on Soldier 76 helps the Valiant hold strong.
Yeah, they're going to get a one resurrection onto Harry Hook.
Oh boy.
And that's a sound barrier. They don't have any damage though, so I don't know how they were going to kill that tank.
Well, two supports and a tank for Dallas as everybody else catches up to that fight.
Oh boy.
They just tried to sustain. I feel the panic button being pressed by Dallas Dallas right now.
I mean, Harry Hook may just want to swap off. Chips came back in and just got the resurrection because Harry Hook was the closest to cover where he could safely resurrect. But using that sound barrier is really the disaster. You see Silk Thread has the easy time killing these players all in the open, and they do end up trading blow for blow, ult for ult on the point.
A scary moment as the Dragon Blade came out for effect, but Silk Thread ready. That tac visor. Here comes Dallas Fuel again. They've got their own tac visor. See if they can use it. Fate, Primal Rage built up again. They're gonna just chase Dallas back. Whoa, that is not good. Oh boy, goodbye Lucio.
Has been building up his Primal Rages incredibly quickly because of how bunched up Dallas Fuel have been. He chased Taimu all the way across the map in the last fight and got it already back up.
Well, Taimu did kill Envy with that tac visor, so the Diva was out of the way. They had no tanks on the point defending, so maybe an opportunity for Dallas. They get the first tick at least. Mickey scrambling to try to keep this push going here. He's gonna get DMEC. XQC falls as well. Transcendence comes in for Unko. Ooh, they use both support ultimates there.
Yeah, Unko with the trans. That was not needed in that scenario. They do end up popping it. This has been an issue for Unko on previous rosters where stacking of support ultimates back on his former team Rogue was the norm. We'll see if it hurts them here. There aren't any support ults on the other side. 30 seconds. Chips needs to get that Valk up quickly.
Yeah, at least they've got that one tick, but man, if you don't get any more, that's a big problem. Dallas, they need to get this push going fast.
Chips used the Valkyrie, had to get effect up and available. Can they get the Valkyrie or the Mercy? No, it's out of line of sight.
All right, tac visor for Silk Thread. A lot of damage done already. It's looking pretty good for Valiant. I gotta say, Harry Hook taken out. Mickey, the last man standing on the point. Maybe a few more can get in there. Effect has the Dragon Blade, but can he get there in time? Time ticking away, and that is it. LA Valiant will take Numbani, and they will take the series 3-0. 3 wins and a tie will be the result of this match between them and Dallas Fuel.
And obviously, Doa, even though the last couple of maps were one-sided, doesn't really do justice to how close the first two in this series were.